common web design mistakes. Web development is not an easy task. It is quite difficult because a balance needs to be found between cheap development and building a quality site. If you want to optimize efficiency, there are certain enduring web design mistakes that you can avoid in order to save time and thereby reduce the number of billable hours your web designer would charge you for. The web design tips offered below will help you to avoid these mistakes and therefore enable you to make the most of the web designing process, something that can end up getting you the perfect site in the shortest amount of time possible. Search bar location. Where you put the search bar is going to play a very important role in the overall usability of your site. Simple web development is always the best option to go for, and the tenets of this minimalist aesthetic posit that you should place the search bar in such an area that it would not get in the way of the user experience that people visiting your site end up attaining. You should also keep in mind that your search bar needs to be as visible as possible so that your users can easily find it. Not being able to find the search bar with ease is one of the main reasons why people are often so unwilling to try going for the top right corner. This is usually out of the way but still easily visible. Poor readability. One of the biggest mistakes that people working in UK web development tend to make is the fact that they use serif fonts or gaudy colors. Both of these mistakes end up significantly impacting the readability of your site, thereby making it really unlikely that you would be able to make the most of your user experience. Additionally, small font sizes are often used in order to speed up web browsing, but since this reduces readability, it is the sort of thing that would end up hurting your site rather than making it better. One thing that you should keep in mind is that color is extremely important. Choosing the right color combinations can really impact readability, because there are certain colors that would make even black font difficult for your users to read. Try to check out different sites and see what colors they have used. Too much creativity. Yes, this is actually a thing. It is important to be creative while you are designing a site, but at the same time it is also really important to be consistent. Using a different vibe in every web page you create is going to make it difficult for users to have a streamlined experience, and it would make your site a lot less memorable than it would have been otherwise. You need to ensure that you use a proper theme that combines aesthetics and functionality, and you need to use this theme in every single web page that your site has to offer, otherwise your users are going to end up getting quite annoyed by your site. This can make it rather difficult for you to ensure that they stick around and see all that your site has to offer, and it would also make it difficult for you to push your products and services and get them the marketing they need. Your font, templates and overall themes need to remain consistent throughout your site so that users can relate these aesthetic cues to your sites. This is going to help them come back for more each time. Inconvenient forms. If you run a business that has a significant online component, one thing that you are going to have to keep in mind is the fact that registration forms are going to be an inevitable part of your overall web design. While there is nothing wrong with this kind of web design per se, at the same time you need to realize that forms can be really inconvenient for the user. You can make the whole process a lot easier for them. For example, if you give people the option of logging in through Facebook, they would be able to avoid a lot of the forms that they would have otherwise had to fill. Additionally, if you put some effort into actually making the forms that your users are going to have to use a little simpler, this is going to go a very long way towards ensuring that they get the sort of convenient experience they deserve while they are on your site. Just remember that your users are far more likely to stay with a company that has an easy-to-use site, and optimizing your forms is a great way to make this happen. Not enough white. If you want to prevent your site from being cluttered, it would be a good idea to use as much white as possible. However, a lot of people that work in Web Design UK seem to think that white is a bad color to use because it is not bright and exciting. While there may well be some truth to that statement, at the same time it is important to note that this color can add a lot of space to your web design and therefore make it seem a lot neater than it would have been otherwise. This is important because it really improves the aesthetic quality of your site overall and can really help to provide users with an easy experience. Since white spaces everything out, everyone involved is going to see the important sections of your site with ease, which is going to make site navigation a great deal easier than it would have been otherwise. Overall, using white is a great way of filling your site up with a great deal of useful information and also enabling you to enjoy a huge boost to your business and the sales of your products and services. Thank you.